Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where we're covering Adventure Comics 124, Barbed-Wire Boystown. Actually, it does sound like a 50s. Educational is not what I'm looking for, but a specific, almost after-school special type story they used to do in the 50s and 60s that were about like kids getting into trouble and finding their way through prison or juvie. A morality tale, you might say. And this is sort of what this story is. And I was kind of terrified from it because it is the 40s, nearly the 50s. And you would think what it has to say is, not great. And it's not awful. It's not great, but we are getting there. And it almost feels like a response to the issue I just complained about the bully not learning a lesson. This one has more of a lesson tied to it, and it almost validates its 10 pages. It's still maybe a little too fillery, but some of the action actually ties into what's being set up for the ending and sort of the lessons learned. So what this story is about is Superboy temporarily becoming the warden of a juvenile detention facility. Some kids escape, he brings them back. The warden wants to whip them because there's that awful ideas of the 40s and the 50s, but Superboy actually takes a different tactic, a tactic I like. Superboy's whole point and why he becomes a temporary warden is that, beating the bad out of them is not going to do anything. You got to teach them the good and give them something inspirational and something to work for. It's actually kind of about finding your purpose, and it's teaching good by example. Sort of the great idea of Superman, Superboy, by being good, leading others to be an inspiration. Sort of like when he rode across the moon, do good unto others, and every man can be a Superman. So the kids try to prove him wrong by creating a bunch of different little disasters, which all involve them using some sort of skill, like electrical engineering, that they all seem to have. And Superboy not punishing them for that, but like actually giving them congratulations and support by their own skills. In that, finding a purpose, and everybody kind of needs to find a purpose. Where things sort of fall apart here, not completely, but you see the ugly head of the 1940s and a very conservative idea is that your purpose and what you do needs to be like monetized. Like specifically what they're good at is something that would be good for an employer to have. You're defined by being an electrical engineer. That's a terrible way to think about it. You're more than just your job or what society or rich people can monetize you to do, what you can do for them. Now, having a purpose that in some way helps society, even if it doesn't say make money, is a totally validated purpose. And it's good to find that. It's good for you. Society has a tendency to sort of throw your entire purpose into a job and how much you make and what you have, instead of your own life fulfillment. And that's sort of there, but it's also being dragged into the idea of that sort of 50s conservatism about how you can be monetized, which is still a prevalent idea today. But Superboy is giving them something to work for. Instead of punishing the bad, he is helping the good in them. And I absolutely support that. And that comes, and even if I'm sounding a bit negative here, this is definitely a step forward and is almost aggressively anti the era it's in. So yeah, I kind of cheer this story over and see it as a improvement until something worse comes along. Okay, that is it from Adventure Comics 124, Barbed-Wire Boystown. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Friday is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story, now the Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let's ponder the question, whatever did happen to the boy of tomorrow? And why the hell would he let the warden come back? The warden hasn't learned any lesson. He likes to whip the boys. Okay, have a great day.